Hello, my dear ones. This is Dr. V, and welcome to a new reading. If you're new to this channel, I want to welcome you. And what we do here in this amazing community is to help you to unite or reunite with a person that you really love, by also living your best life, which means empowering yourself, being in peace, joy, and just surrounding yourself with all of the beauty and the goodness and the well-being that you so deserve. And so today's reading, we're going to focus in on what may be holding back or blocking the person that you love and feel this deep connection with. What could be blocking them from being able to either come to you, communicate to you, or to truly commit to you? Because I have a feeling that there's a lot of this going on within the collective. I've had a lot of personal readings lately where this has been the issue, where even though there are strong feelings and a really incredible connection, there are obstacles and things coming in the way of people either uniting or reuniting with each other. So I feel like this is very timely, and it is definitely an energy that has been out there. So that's what today's reading is going to be all about. Now, if all of this resonates with you, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss all of the readings I do, which are quite a few. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Dearest Spirit, what is the current energy of the divine masculine? Where is the divine masculine right now coming into this reading? Okay, so what we're doing in this reading is we're coming from the perspective of the divine feminine, and we are looking deeply into the energy of the collective divine masculine to see what may be holding him back. Now, these are just energies, so utilize those terms as they work for your situation, okay? So the current energy that I am feeling from the divine masculines that we are connecting with right now is that he is in the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. So this tells us that there are things that he has been working on achieving. Okay, he's very much in a grounded energy. He's also in an assessment energy, as in what I mean by that is that he feels that he's at a stage in life where he has planted some seeds, where he has put certain things into motion, and now it's time for him to kind of take stock, right? To kind of like look at where he is in terms of what he wanted in the first place. So he's really in this energy of trying to assess different parts of his life, right? It's almost like that one where you have to just pause, smell the roses, and then see, measure, understand, and analyze where you are versus where you want it to be. So this is a good energy because unlike the manic energy of just rushing around and doing, right? Doing without actually waiting to see what results are you getting and then course correcting from there. This is definitely an energy of staying grounded and being very realistic and very factual and truthful about where you actually are and looking for ways in which to see what's working for you what hasn't worked for you, what you can change, right, in order to make things better. So this is a very positive energy. And look at this. What I love about this is that this Seven of Pentacles is a very nice energy when it comes to building up to this Ten of Cups, which is all about wanting to have the full picture of emotional fulfillment. When you've reached the Ten of Cups, you've really reached the culmination of this cycle, right? This cycle is the building cycle. This cycle is a cycle of let me put the pieces together of what I want in all aspects of my life, including money, career, family, home, and of course, your heart. And this Ten of Cups is the culmination of this vision. So when you are in this Seven of Pentacles energy, what you have done is planted the seeds in order to get to this Ten of Cups. And now you're looking at where do you stand? Because what you ultimately want is this fulfillment, this happy picture of having all of these seeds flower and bloom and get you exactly where you want to go. So this is wonderful. The masculine is really in a good energy when it comes to that. However, there is a bit of some unsettling energy that he's also dealing with here. Okay, so there's something in him that is still a little bit in the energy of having to fight for things. This Five of Wands is literally about a dogfight, right? Like feeling that, you know, why is it that you have to fight for everything that you get in this world? So there's this energy of him trying to dispel kind of the negativity of this, right? Like it's like he wants to stay in a positive growth mentality. There's a growth energy that he wants to stay in. But what he has kind of been used to in the past is that he feels that if he doesn't fight for things, then he's always forced to settle for less. And so it's like he wishes he didn't have to fight for everything, but at the same time, he doesn't want to settle for less. See, the settling card is all about scarcity, insecurity, lack of faith, believe that you deserve the best. So definitely this masculine has been struggling a little bit with his lack of faith, right? There's a bit in him that is about like not believing and not trusting in the universe, that the universe has his back. He's kind of like this lone wolf energy. He feels that everything is his responsibility and nothing's going to happen unless he makes it happen. This masculine is not so much he's not so much of a let the universe handle it. He's not so much of a let's surrender this, and it will, the chips will fall where they may, or, it'll happen. He's more about, no, nothing is going to happen unless I make it happen, unless I fight for my rights, unless I go out there and fight in the world. Otherwise, I'll just have to settle for less. So definitely this masculine is coming from that kind of lone wolf. It's all up to me. I'm going to do this, that kind of energy. And so that is why he's looking for this high honor. Okay, this is about that self-esteem, that sense of responsibility, that sense of I made this happen, and therefore I really believe in myself before I believe in anyone or anything else. This is also the energy of that alpha male, the leader of the pack. He's the one who's honored and respected by others because he's the guy who makes everything happen. And they know that if they want something done, go to him. He's that kind of a guy. And so part of his energy is also that raising of that vibration, because he knows that the more energetic he becomes, the more that he realizes his own power, the better it gets for him. So this is a really good energy. This is a really good energy. It is definitely a very strong energy that he is coming from. Okay, so I also want to remind you guys, oh gosh, I forgot to mention this before, we are also going to be doing your charms. I have more charms here. I have more charms, and it's going to be a fabulous charm reading, so stay tuned for that. Now, before we move on to our next question, I want to give you your affirmation of the day, which of course we always write in the comment box below, as well as any other comments that you have. I love reading them, and I try to respond to as many as I can. So today's affirmation to raise your vibration and live your best life is, I am divine love, exclamation point. I am divine love. So make sure that you write that in the comment box and just feel the energy of that all day today. Really try to embody that, being in that place of love, and you'll see how many wonderful things you attract. So our next question for Spirit is, what is currently blocking your masculine from coming towards you right now? What is getting in his way? Why is he not able to fully commit to this connection? Wow. Wow, beautiful. All right. Oh my gosh, this is so fascinating. Oh my gosh. Okay, so again, I feel like the masculines that we are connecting with right now are definitely in that very strong, very highly hypermasculine, very alpha energy. Here you get this again, wealthy man. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is that these masculines, what has been blocking them so far is that they are extremely focused on success. They're very much focused on their building up of their wealth, their status, their success. Because see, the thing is, what it does for this masculine is that his notion of his emotional energy and where it comes to his own heart space is very much tied to this. This is what I'm getting very strongly from these masculines. It's like they cannot separate themselves. They cannot separate their heart or their connection with you from their own sense of their own ego and self-esteem, in the sense that they don't think that they could fully commit to the person that they love unless they felt that they were extremely successful, that they had something to offer. They're not going to come to you if they are struggling financially, if they're struggling in terms of their 3D world. Because see, this is the first card, your masculine god, 9 of Cups. Now, it's so interesting because we're still in that Cups energy. We had that 10 of Cups energy, right? Which is what he's working towards. But what I find very interesting about the 9 of Cups, that it's all about personal satisfaction, personal emotional satisfaction. That's why you see the figure here alone with his 9 cups. You don't see the family, you don't see the partner that you do in the 10 of Cups, which is really kind of that culmination, right? So this is the next step down from that, which is about feeling really good and satisfied about yourself. Getting to a point in your life where you feel like, wow, I feel like I have achieved a lot or most of the things that I wanted. Like, I like my bank account. I like the fact that I have this amount of money coming in. This is how much respect I have from other people. This is the position I have in the world. And from that position, I have something to offer now to the woman or the feminine that I love. So there is definitely here in this energy that what has been blocking him is his desire for wealth, status, and success. And without that, he doesn't want to open up his heart. This is very interesting. This is a very either or energy here. This is not someone who can be struggling in his career or struggling financially and still be happy in a relationship. That is the energy I'm getting from this masculine. He cannot. If he is struggling with his career or struggling with his finances, or if he hasn't reached where he wants to go, then he will not make this offer. He just will not. He will not feel comfortable, and he will come out of his heart and be focused on those things until they happen and until he can open up to this. So that's why you have him in this energy as well, which is the fresh start and 3 of Wands. This is literally about him waiting for his success to come through. That's what it is, right? So that's what is blocking him. He's waiting for certain things to fall into place. Now, it could be financial, it could be career oriented. He may be in business and he may be struggling with his business and not making what he wants to make, but he feels that his business is going to grow. So he feels that he can have this fresh start with his feminine only and if he gets the results that he wants in his 3D life. And that is why he is in this Knight of Cups energy, which is emotional yet slow moving. So this is about like him knowing in his heart that if he could, he would definitely make you this offer, feminine. This is not about him not loving you. He does. He loves you very, very much. And he is afraid that if he waits too long, he may lose you. But for some reason, he cannot help himself. He just cannot move past these blocks. He wants to have all of it. He wants that sweet taste of success. And then he wants to be able to come to you and offer you his cup when he's had it. Because definitely this masculine wants marriage. Okay, he wants the whole life. That 10 of Cups is also there that shows that. But this is a slower moving energy here, right? He's going to take his time. He's going to make it right. He doesn't want to do things unless he can do it right. That's what this masculine is about. Interesting. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and ask Spirit, then what are the masculine's intentions? What are the masculine's intentions towards his feminine right now? What does he want? What are his intentions towards you? What are your masculine's intentions towards you? Okay, so this is really good, okay? This is maturity, feminines. This is really good. He is looking to transform this relationship. Like, you got two cards of change and transformation. This is wonderful. I think this masculine definitely sees his own shortcomings when it comes to his emotions, right? He sees that he's not able to fully open up his heart in the way that he would like to. And there is definitely a fear in him of losing you, right? So this is something that's very real to him, okay? He understands this. I don't think he's blind to this. And so what he really wants to be able to do is to change the way that he responds to you, change the way that he communicates with you so that he can open up more of himself, so that he can show you his softer side. And I know you've seen it already, feminine, but he wants to show you more of his softer side. And that's why he's looking for, right, the path, the wisdom, you know, the way in which he can do that. He's trying to figure out, how can I open up more? How can I be closer to her? How can I not go so hard on her? Because I'm also feeling like this masculine, not only does he go hard on himself, but he tends to go hard on you, feminine, and that has caused some definite friction here in this relationship, okay? He does tend to go hard on the people he loves as well as himself, and he has to realize that feminines don't necessarily respond to that in the same way that, say, maybe other masculines do, or other people in general. So not everybody is going to respond to that, and I think he's beginning to see the light on that, and he's saying, yeah, I need to step back. I cannot behave this way towards her. I have to be more gentle. And I think he's looking for the wisdom to be able to do that. And that is why, see, his intentions towards you, this is really beautiful, is Temperance and the Knight of Wands, which says that he really wants to take some really good action here. He wants to step forward. He's still learning, right? Because he's in the Knight's energy. He knows that he is not perfect at all. He's still learning. He's still evolving, right? That's what this wisdom card is all about. He knows that he's not in the King's energy yet. He's, learning along the way, making some blunders, right? Being embarrassed, but it doesn't deter him from the fact that he is passionate about you. He is excited about you and this connection. And he does want to take some definite action to show you the depths of his emotion, how he completely feels. Because see, this temperance is that what he is trying to do is temper that aspect of himself that has been a bit more on that aggressive side, the bit more negative side, the bit more blunt side, right? He knows that he has to soften himself. That's what this temperance is all about. He wants to soften his rough edges because he knows that sometimes his rough edges hurt you, feminine. So he realizes this, right? He's trying to soften himself so that he can come to you with a really beautiful, more accepting, more loving, a softer and gentle energy. Oh, I love it. Oh, I just love it. I think that is really, really sweet and beautiful. So now we are going to do your charms. We're going to see what more Spirit can tell us about your masculine and this connection through the reading of your charms. Oh, one flew out, so there we go. Okay, Spirit, can you please give us some more messages about this masculine? What more can you tell us about this masculine? Right, so let's get this a little bit closer here. All right, so look at this. This is really interesting here. Okay, so if you see right off, what we're getting here is modes of travel. Look at this. This is like airplane, roller skates, and skates. Okay, so what this tells me is that this masculine is definitely a faster moving energy. Okay, this is someone who is very dynamic. He is on the move all the time. Okay, he is someone who doesn't sit and rest much. He's always out there trying to achieve. He's always out there trying to get things done. And so a lot of his energy can be impatient. Okay, and that can also have, become a communication problem between you and him, because when somebody is a very antsy, impatient energy who's more of a go, let me see results, then it's hard for them to unwind. It's hard for them to chillax with you. It's hard for them to really enjoy the moment with you, feminine. And so if you see that your masculine is a very antsy person sometimes, and you feel that even when he's with you, his mind is somewhere else, you feel like he's not fully in the moment with you, this is why. Okay, he's a very dynamic energy. It takes a lot for him to unwind. It actually takes him time to slow down from this fast energy and to actually bring his attention and focus onto you. And so sometimes this can cause some friction in the relationship. Okay, now he also got two daggers. There's a dagger, there's a knife. Okay, this is very interesting. So I'm seeing that the fact that he got two of them is that there is definitely something here that is cutting through this connection. There's, again, some aspects of his persona, his identity, the way that he communicates, that I feel that for you kind of cuts like a knife. And I feel like some of it has to do with he may also be very blunt with you. So, you know, you may have some issues in your communication where he may hurt your feelings with his words. Not because he intends to or that he's deliberately nasty. I'm getting that it's not that. It's just that's the way he talks. He's very direct. He's very blunt. And sometimes that can just cut you through the core. Right? Like when he's really blunt with you, sometimes it feels like he's just stabbing a knife in your heart. And you're like, gosh, oh my God, did he just say that? Right? But he may not even mean it that way. But sometimes if he's angry, again, this is that energy, right? This very fiery, very dynamic energy. When he is angry, he means it in the moment, and he can get angry and say things that are very hurtful. And he also, because he's also getting this this energy, he also can run away from the situation when things get like that, because he is someone who he finds it hard to rest back into his emotions, and so it takes him time. And so when a situation can get very emotionally charged, he also tends to run. He will leave that situation instead of face it and talk it through. Okay. But at the same time, look at this. This is very interesting. There's something about this masculine that even though he can be a bit of a pill to swallow sometimes, beneath all of that, when he connects, when he bonds with his feminine, he's in it forever. That's the trade-off with this masculine. Like, it's like he bonds for life. Yes, he may be difficult. Yes, he may be larger than life. Yes, he may have a very, very oftentimes difficult energy. Yes, he may be blunt. But when he loves you, when you are his lady, his feminine, he's in it forever. He is loyal. So this is the trade-off. This is the trade-off. This is what you get, but these are the kind of things that you have to deal with that come with that. Because see, look at this. He will fulfill your wish. He will be there for you. He will want to make you happy. He will want to do little things for you that fulfill the wishes of your heart. He is bonded forever when he truly falls in love. And when he's in love with you, he wants to make it right. He'll always eventually want to make it right. Now, this L and S, they just indicate perhaps letters in the name of your masculine. Your masculine may have these letters in his name. And this 4 is you can utilize as a particular date or a particular time that may be of significance to you. Wow. So I think that really did open up some more insight into your masculine. I hope you liked that charm reading, because I think it was really quite useful. And our last question for Spirit is, what are the possible future energies of this connection? Where could this connection be going within just this next week? Okay, we're just looking at the next 7 days or so. Where could this connection be going? Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so what I'm seeing here just for this next week or so is I'm seeing that there are still some blockages that are going to have to be worked out. There's still something that is stressing your masculine out, okay? With this being the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords energy, okay? There's still something that he is dealing with. And I'm feeling, feminine, that it doesn't have necessarily to do just with you. I feel like this is kind of the effects of some of the things that he has been trying to work on in his life. But then what happens is that it will tend to spill over into the connection with you. And so this is the kind of masculine who, when he's feeling standoffish in his life, like his work or his family or, certain things, projects that he's working on, and he's feeling like he's defensive about them because they're not going the way he wants. Sometimes what happens is that energy of defensiveness, that energy of feeling standoffishness, he will direct towards you as well. 9 of Wands is really about feeling like you have really struggled and taken some big hits, okay? Like you have been wounded, you've taken one for the team, you've taken more than one for the team, and now you're getting tired of it. You're tired of being the one who always has to pay the price, so you're feeling on guard, like you're waiting for the next attack, like you're not feeling too good about what's going on. And because you feel that sense of having taken too many hits, it's really stressing you out and keeping you up at night. So there's this 9 of Swords energy going on here. So there might be something that your masculine is dealing with that he may either be, cranky towards you about if you're in communication. Or if you're not in communication, then it's going to keep him silent for a bit longer because he's just focused on resolving this issue. And so he may not communicate with you at all. So there is still something there that's really important, because he's going to need that solitude. That's why I think he got this solitude card, and he's going to need that because it's really a matter of this card right here, discernment. Okay, this masculine needs to learn that he needs to be able to discern between his heart and his mind. Okay, this is where he really needs help. He really needs to go within and figure out that, whatever is going on in his outside world, whatever stresses that he's going through, he needs to see the difference. And that's what discernment really is, right? Is being able to see the difference between those people out there and those situations out there that he needs to deal with versus you. You are not the out there, right? His feminine, the woman he loves, the lady of his life, the feminine that he adores, which is you. You are not part of that crowd. He needs to take you from that outside and bring you inside so that you are standing next to him. You are on his team. You are not out there as part of everybody else, like someone else that he needs to deal with. Sometimes when he gets really bad, like when he gets into this really negative 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands energy, these are not good energies here. He tends to do that. He kind of looks at you as another situation to be dealt with instead of, this is my partner. She can support me. She can stand by me. She can help me through this. And so I think this is the lesson this week, this energy. He's going to have to transition. If he wants your love and support, he's going to have to transition into this courtship energy, which is seeing you as part of his team. Seeing you as the person that he can open up to, that he can lean on in the same way that you can lean on him, that this is an equal partnership. There's something in him that perceives it as a weakness, right? If he tells you, his feminine, the woman that he loves, that he's struggling or he's not feeling good about himself or he has a little bit of low self-esteem or whatever, doubts about himself, he almost feels like that would be a threat to his masculinity. That would make him look weak to his lady, and he doesn't want to look that way. See this guy, look how he's holding her hand, and you can tell that he wants to tell her something. He needs to see you as this lady in his life who is not one of the others from the outside world, but no, she is here in your world. She is here for you just as you are here for her. So there is still tremendous potential here for this. I think this is really beautiful. This is the potential of this that he needs to see, because see, this 8 of Pentacles is also about this continuing to work on his issues. He is still diligently and hard at work on resolving some of these more complex situations and issues that are stressing him out and keeping him in that 9 of Swords energy. So definitely he's still dealing with that next 7 days. But I love this, feminines. Okay, this shows us that he is good on the inside, right? He may be rough, he may be blunt, he has so many goals, he has so much that he wants to achieve, he wants to be this manly man, but he does have the potential of finally coming to this realization that he can depend on you in the same way that you can depend on him. Isn't that so beautiful? I love it. It's there. It's absolutely there. It's a matter of him kind of, expanding to that next level, to, expanding himself to that. So hope that this reading has brought you some clarity and that it resonated with you. Please let me know if it has. The link for personal readings with me is in the box below, as well as the link to all of the oracle cards that I have created just for you. So you know how much I love you, you know how much I believe in you guys, and I will see you all on the next video.